Kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to Pukekohe here. See both teams lined up for the national anthem of New Zealand. It is the big one, Temperzone under-17 boys national championship grand final on Championship Sunday here, Wellington and Hutt Valley. I'm Jason Gubis, aka Chopper. Joining me in the booth this one, Hall of Famer player, it is Jackie Smith.
Kia ora koutou, Chopper. Great to be here. Really excited about this final. We've just seen the semi-final being played and won by Wellington, taking out Auckland. Really excited to see this game get underway.
Well, that's it, isn't it? We've seen some fantastic softball being played here throughout the week in Pukekohe, and we are down to the pointy end, the grand final. You can see the young men out there, all with pride in their heart. Interesting, Wellington facing the backstop and Hutt Valley facing the outfield. I guess, you know, they might be neighbours, but sometimes just a little different.
Yeah, well, we know that they've always had a little bit of a rivalry, Wellington and Hutt Valley. Yeah, and that will stay true, I'm sure, for this game right here.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The national anthem concluded here just before the grand final. Both teams are ready to rock and roll. We've got a good crowd in here for the grand final. Fantastic to have you along. Kia ora koutou, katoa no mai, hara mai, ki te kimu o poiuka here. Welcome to the game of softball. The grand final, it is the Temperzone under-17 boys national championship. Two teams out there on the diamond will be Wellington and Hutt Valley. Wellington will be the visiting team. They'll bat first, and Hutt Valley, they will be the home team and take the field. Let's have a look at Hutt Valley's defensive lineup out in the field. Left to right in the outfield will be Mitchell Shields, Thompson Tukapua and Caden Alexander Hall over at right foot. Hot corner third base will be Jackson Baldwin. George McCarroll will get the start at shortstop. Keenan Easthope is at second base. Lincoln Foley, he starts at first base for Hutt Valley. Behind the dish is Ty Kaha Wilson, and Jaden Hita will get the start on the hill for the Hutt Valley team. This Jaden Hita, Jackie, throwing just a lion's share of innings for Hutt Valley.
Fantastic, and very much probably like Jaden Harris coming into this game. I think this is going to come down to, as finals can do, the pitching discipline and strength and the consistency of being able to contain the offensive side. So, you know, that'll be really, really important for both teams.
Ready indeed as we see Hutt Valley take the field. They are undefeated through round robin competition here at the tournament. They've simply been outstanding from the woe. So the guys will try to shield the microphones. The wind breeze is just getting up here, 22 degrees here Celsius locally in Pukekohe in the south. And as we just mentioned, the breeze just coming from our backs. We're right behind the backstop location. So that will be assisting the hitters in this one, Jackie.
Well, yeah, and I'm not sure if actually both teams need any assistance going by how they've actually been performing during the tournament offensively. So it will certainly help them probably even more with the bat, with the wind coming from behind them.
Wellington, they had to go through Auckland in the semi-final just before this one. Offensively, they look like this. The centre fielder Ollie Smith leads off. Aaron Colin, he's been outstanding at shortstop. He's hitting 2 today. Nino Mason, the right fielder, hits 3. Then the catcher, Tane Landon Lane. 5 today is Luke Pearson, third baseman. Mason Covery, the left fielder, will be hitting 6. James Morrison, he'll be at first base, hitting 7 today for Wellington. Jaden Harris, the pitcher, hits for himself in the 8th spot. And Manahi Uden McFarlane will be at second base, rounding out the batting order for Wellington. Wellington have been outstanding this week as well, taking care of a lot of teams. Finished second place in their pool. Hutt Valley undefeated through round robin. Are you ready? Shall we go? The grand final. And first pitch is a drop ball right down Main Street that Ollie Smith tried to send all the way back to Puniki.
Yeah, he certainly did. Took a big cut on that first pitch, but swinging at the right pitch. It was definitely in the zone. And here we go, second pitch on the inside.
Coming in, and a long grab for the left fielder, Mitchell Shields. One down in the top of the first innings.
Yeah, making some good ground there by the left fielder, Shields, coming in for that catch. It was shallow. We saw the centre fielder coming in as well, and the shortstop also backing up. But Shields taking that catch for the first out for Hutt Valley.
Brings up to bat Aaron Colin now. Another outstanding young individual. He laces, this one will go foul, out of play.
And you'll see Hutt Valley here defensively making an adjustment in the field for Colin with his slapping technique. So just pressing on him.
Can feel that, breeze it out. Back here, double hop, east side. What a grab by the fielder, but Colin just too fast.
Nice grab, nice grab. Nice bit of fielding there on that hopper to the second baseman. Unfortunately unable to come up with the out at first. As you've said, chopper Colin just a bit too quick.
Brings up the bat for Wellington, Nino Mason. He goes to the first pitch, rips it down the line. It's a fair ball. Colin's off to the races. He's rounding three now, looking to score first. That's what Wellington does. They lead the ball game 1-0 on the bat of Mason.
And there's their 2-3 hitters doing the damage, getting the runner on base and making sure that they score them. And look, they've gone at the first pitch, so they like to get it nice and early. As soon as that pitch is in the zone, they'll attack it.
Wellington off to a hot start here. Fly ball. Centre fielder underneath it. Pukekohe will make the catch. 2 away here. Wellington look like they're looking to attack the first pitch they see, Jackie.
Yeah, well, it's I guess looking at it now, the strategy could be that if it's the first strike that's in the zone, we're going to go at it. So let's be really aggressive.
That'll bring up Luke Pearson now. Pearson at the first pitch as well. High hopper, and Hita will field it himself, throw it over in time. And that'll be the third out of the innings. Not before though, Nino Mason puts a charge down the left field line to open the scoring for Wellington, 1-0.
A nice start by.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the first innings here in the grand final of the Temperzone Under-17 Boys National Championship. Great to have you along here in Pukekohe, Auckland's south, the home of the Franklin Softball Association. Wellington just scored first in the top of the first innings. Let's have a look at the fielding lineup for you now. Mason Covery, Ollie Smith and Nino Mason left to right in the outfield. Hot corner third base, it'll be Luke Pearson. Aaron Colin gets a start at shortstop. Manahi Uden McFarlane will be at second base. James Morrison, he's the first baseman today for Wellington. Tony Landon Lane, he'll be doing the catching for the Iron Horse for Wellington. That is Jaden Harris. Offensively for Hutt Valley, George McCarroll leads off the shortstop. Lincoln Foley, he'll be hitting 2 today. Jackson Baldwin, he'll be hitting 3. Kenny Neso, second baseman, is cleanup. Jaden Hitter hits for himself in the 5 spot. Mitchell Shields will be hitting 6 today. Thompson Tukupua will be hitting in the 7 spot. Caden Alexander Hall and Taikaha Wilson rounds out the batting order for the boys from Hutt Valley. Jaden Harris, Jackie, we got to see him in the last game, but we also seen his stats. He's been a workhorse as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, no surprise that he's just going to keep going and going and going for this Wellington team. And, you know, I mentioned in the semi-final that, you know, what's really important is that the hitting team, when you offensively, gets your pitcher some runs, right, to give them that confidence and know that their team's got their back. Just takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher. They can just concentrate on throwing the ball. So he'll be certainly very happy with his team getting him a run under their belt.
Got a quick start in the last match, did Harris. And looking for the identical start here against George McCarroll. 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
And Chopper, look, he looks like he means business up there too, old Jaden Harris there. Right, he's not mucking around, gets the ball, gets back, showing a little bit of energy, which is good. It's what you want coming into a final. You want teams coming in showing lots of energy and enthusiasm.
And gets that one picture perfect, does Harris. Starts off the match with the strikeout.
Yeah, and works that hitter really well, McCarroll. Harris throwing it on the outside, just mixing it up. Coming back on the inside and just finished him on the inside there.
This one fouls back. Lincoln Foley, the first baseman.
And we can see already there's a bit of a strategy here. Can't help but think that Harris just wants to keep the ball nice and low. There you go.
And it's back-to-back strikeouts. Couldn't be better here for Harris on the hill for Wellington.
And Harris and Landon Lane working really nicely together.
Jackie, got a question for you as Jackson Baldwin steps in for his at-bat here. Wellington having to play this morning the semi-final. Hutt Valley getting the rest, going straight to the final. Is it a disadvantage or an advantage for Wellington to play an earlier match on grand final day?
Well, you know, I've been in both camps. Look, what happens with when you've actually had to play and come through and you've had a game in the morning, look, you're ready to go, you're warm, you've had a chance to have some turns at bat to get your eye on the ball, right? And they've had to work hard as well to get themselves to this spot. So you would argue that probably they're a little bit more aware and on form coming into this game.
Well, they feel on form at the moment, isn't it? 1-2 the count here. And low lifter just misses the bottom of the zone.
You know, in saying that, Chopper, Hutt Valley just have to be patient. They've got to trust that they've been working well all tournament. So just keep doing what they've been doing.
This one fouls back to the screen.
And if Hutt Valley have certainly done their homework, I would imagine, on Harris, then they'll know what he's capable of. Just trust they can hit the pitch where it is.
Hard hit ball. Baldwin on the back of this one's got a chance. It is gone. It's a long home run for Jackson Baldwin over left field. Hutt Valley lock it up, one apiece.
And there you go. Just straight back in the ball game. Sat back on that pitch. Looked like it was actually a little bit on the outside of the plate, or if not, actually probably might have been just a little bit too close in the zone. And striking it really well.
Oh, brilliant strike from Baldwin, levelling it up here for his team in the grand final of the Temperzone U17 Boys National Championship.
And there we go, and that just puts Hutt Valley straight back in the game. Early days, Harris will learn from that. They'll remember that hitter.
And And going at the first pitch is the second baseman for Hutt Valley, Kenan Isai.
So important going into finals. A lot of pressure does come on pitchers, ensuring that they're hitting their spots, working to whatever the game plan is. Nice pitch there.
And rise ball. Harris has got his rise ball pumping at this point, isn't he?
Yeah. That looked like a nice little low rise ball there.
This one fouls back.
And goes again with that pitch, which is a good weapon to have if you're going to throw it in the same spot as your drop ball, but it just kicks up, or it might drop down if he throws his drop.
This one pulled down the line. Isai. Oh, scab it to first base.
And that's what can happen when you hit the ball hard. So as a hitter, you often want to be just trying to make good, hard, solid contact of the ball to put pressure on the fielder.
That'll bring up the bat here. The pitcher now, Jaden Hita. Pick off to one. Back in time is Isai.
And at this level, we see a lot of our pitchers, and everyone are often doing their own hitting, Chopper.
It's really cool to see at this age group, isn't it?
Yes, yep. Well, that's where you're still finding your straps, understanding what's your specialty. As you start to go up through the grades. So it's about giving everyone an opportunity to be able to hit, to feel, do everything that you possibly can to help you grow and develop in the game.
Off and running on the pitch. And slides underneath as he swipes the bag here.
Nice steal there.
Kenan Isai.
Unfortunately, that throw, though, there, it's a little bit off, a little high. Colin doing a great job to pull that out of the sky.
Well, more importantly for Hutt Valley now, Hita has an opportunity with a runner in scoring positions and Jigga to actually grab the lead here in the bottom of the first innings.
Yep. And that's what you're always aiming to do, is get them into that scoring position.
This one down low.
Good discipline on that pitch.
Ball high, and Hita is rewarded with a walk down at first base.
And that's really good discipline in the batter's box, especially when you got two down. You can get a little anxious, get drawn into swinging at pitches that you don't necessarily want to, especially when you got a runner in scoring position. You just got to be patient.
We're going to be patient indeed. With two outs here and the pitcher at first base, they'll send a courtesy runner out for him, so it'll be Baldwin who'll come back out to run. Of course, the change to the rule this year, Jackie, not just the catcher gets a break, but also the pitcher.
Yeah, that's right.
Rise ball down Main Street starts the at-bat here for Shields.
Gives our pitchers and our catchers time to prepare.
Get ready.
Get ready.
Keep the game flowing.
Yep.
Rise ball. Watching Jaden Harris pitch earlier this morning against Auckland, thought his accuracy was really good. Even with the drop ball, he's able to hit both sides of the plate.
Yep, that's right. Really important.
There you go. There's one just off the plate,
Just
though.
off.
Which is quite amazing, really, when you think about Harris on the hill. With all those innings logged at the tournament, he's still able to be accurate. Rise ball up.
Yeah, and sometimes, that's actually probably more important, Chopper, is actually having more accuracy, hitting your locations, because then you can actually play to your field rather than actually throwing it hard. There you go.
And there's that accuracy we just talked about. Couldn't have queued it up any better. Right on the outside edge.
Yeah.
And that'll complete the innings, but not before. It's Baldwin with a big blast over left field, locks this puppy up. One run apiece, top of the second coming up.
What's he up to now?
Probably working on his career.
Oh. What are you up to, Matai?
Reversing.
Have you got your ticket?
Yep. I start a new job driving a forklift on Monday.
I thought you worked in an office.
Don't limit yourself, Brian. It's never too late to make smarter choices. How's Karen?
Take control of your career with Trade Staff.
Never take time to worry about life. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Know that you are right. There's a world to behold. Another day you will grow old. So take time with the ones you love.
Welcome back, top of the second innings here. We're off to a racing start here in the grand final of the Temperzone Under 17 Boys National Softball Championship, brought to you by Softball New Zealand. Of course, Ballpark Broadcasting Aotearoa FM, partnering to present it for you. Great to have you along for it. Well, they started with, I'll tell you what, rockets in their bats. Nino Mason blasts a double to left field, plates the first run for Wellington at the top of the first innings, and then Jackson Baldwin, the third baseman for Hutt Valley, he hit one. I don't even know if it's landed yet, Jackie.
He certainly got onto it and looked effortless, which is often what they look like, right, when they hit the ball out of the park and hit it deep like that. Pick the right pitch. Great technique.
Got into that one for sure. So it'll be Mason Carey, James Morrison and Jaden Harris, 1, 2, 3 here for Wellington in the second innings. Change of pace, gets it on the outside edge. That'll level the count now, 2-2 here to Carey. And he gets the bottom of the zone heater this time, walks off. Almost like a heavyweight fighter, isn't he? Knew he'd thrown the knockout punch.
Well, he felt very confident on that pitch, didn't he? As soon as he released it, hitting a good spot. So it's certainly a battle of the pitches going on right now.
And a big swing and a miss on the rise ball from James Morrison, the first baseman.
And that seems to be working for both teams. For Harris and also Hitta is that rise ball, which is really, really important, so they can throw the drop and then mix it up with and get the hitters chasing those rise balls.
Time called here by the pitcher, Hitta. He's flexing his arm there. Hopefully nothing wrong with him, Jackie.
I think he probably just didn't quite have a good grip on the ball there and knew that he had to step away. Sometimes that can happen when the pitcher takes the grip of the ball and they're expecting to pitch something, and then a catcher gives them a signal and goes,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, not quite ready for that one.
Ready now, Hitta is. Drop ball through the middle and Morrison gives it. It's going all the way to centre field. A solid hit.
Yeah, nice turn it back there. Picked that pitch well. And didn't try to do too much with it. It was sitting on the outside of the plate. That's what you want to do. Just send it to right field.
Well, that beautiful weather has returned here. Temperature's just going up a little bit with the action on the diamond. And the wind has dropped down, I'm happy to report. Rise ball, first pitch. Just out of the reach of the catcher, Wilson. That means Morrison will go down to second base.
Yeah, and he just chased that out of this. He wants to just get a little bit more composure. Just slow himself down in this hitting. Don't chase those pitches out of the zone.
And drop ball down.
Here we see pitcher against pitcher.
That's always the battle, isn't it? I love
Yes.
those ones. Who gets the win? the battle that is each time they face each other. Hutt v Harris. Drop ball just over the top of the zone.
Yeah.
1 ball and 2 strikes now. Beautiful day here, as you can see. Great crowd in as well, all vocal, you can hear them. On a rise ball to boot here, and Hutt with his 5th strikeout. Apologies, 2nd strikeout here.
And he really had a lot of confidence with that rise ball on Harris. Didn't go down too much, just stuck with that rise ball and got him chasing it.
Manahi Uden McFarlane now. Starts him off with a change up, drifts outside the zone. Two away here in the top of the 2nd innings of the grand final.
And it certainly does feel like a final. Chopper, it seems very, very tight and tense, focused.
Well, these two teams have played outstanding all week, haven't they, Jackie? And you can tell they're both up for it today, can't you?
Yeah, certainly. They've still got that energy and the focus that you need in a final.
Outside.
No, but you get to final stage like this, and when you've got your 2 top teams who clearly deserve to be here, right? It just comes down to those little moments that might matter if you just lose a little bit of focus. Every inch is so important. Here we go, he comes back with that strike there.
3-1 to count now. Hutt appears in for a signal. Morrison behind him, applauding his mate. Let's go, let's go. Here comes the pitch. Just missing on the outside. Uden McFarlane down to first base with a walk. 2 runners on now for Wellington. Ollie Smith's been the top of the shop for Wellington offensively all week. He'll get his 2nd chance here in the grand final. Fouls that one back. This felt like they came into your living room right then, didn't it? Well, I hope you get yourself a nice, cool drink, iced tea. Your persuasion, and sit back and enjoy Whakaata Māori's multi-active YouTube platform, and of course Softball New Zealand's grand final. Outside edge is good.
Just going at them. Doesn't seem to be happy with that previous walk, Chopper, so coming back nice and strong.
Hutt ready to go here. Smith, though, he's very calm and collected behind the dish there, isn't he? In the batter's box. He's not going to swing it too many pitches outside the zone.
No, it's early in the game. This is where you do need to be really patient. Just trust your hands, trust the work that you've done all week. Know where you're looking, where your strike zone is. There you go.
Ground ball. Under the glove, off the glove of the 2nd baseman. Wellington, they will capitalise. Morrison's hand claps worked. He plates, crosses home plate. Wellington lead the grand final 2-1.
And we saw there that turn it back, on that pitch. Didn't try to overswing or do too much with it. If anything, he just looked like he just made contact with the ball, hitting it off field. And that's what they seem to have done really well, haven't they, during the week, and we saw in the earlier game. When runners on base, they're just making contact and doing what they need to do.
Well, there's a reason why Ollie Smith's been at the top of the shop, top of the batting order for Wellington, as you just so rightly put, patiently waited for the pitch that he could handle and then pushes it. And I'll tell you what, Keenan Aesop, he just got off the tip of his glove, but any other 2nd baseman doesn't get to that ball. He's an amazing young man.
Yeah, and this is a very good situation to be in, especially with Colin coming up. He's a lefty. You got runners on the corners.
Off and running on the first pitch, so is Colin as he fouls that one off. And looks like Smith got off a little early as he's called out leaving early from first base. That'll do the top of the second innings, but it's not before Wellington take their time on a hit to Morrison, a walk to Uden McFarlane, and then a blast to right field from Smith. Carefully done. They grab the lead, 2-1. Back soon.
Hi, I'm Les Kendall, CEO of Temperzone. Innovation is at our core to produce ever more relevant technology, pushing the bounds of currently available solutions. Temperzone has embarked on our own decarbonising and sustainability journey, reducing our impact on the environment and the way we operate at all levels, and transitioning into a more sustainable and efficient organisation. Our products and services can assist others to make the transition and act as enabling technology to transition to zero carbon, pushing the bounds of currently available solutions and technologies that are safe and sustainable from the manufacture, installation, maintenance through to whole-of-life considerations in the circular economy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the second innings here. Each team has scored a run in every innings they've played so far. Wellington in the first and second, one each. Hutt Valley in the bottom of the first, picked up 1, 2-1 the score now. Hutt Valley get their second at bat. It'll be Thompson Tukapua, centre fielder, Caden Alexander Hall, the right fielder, and Taikaha Wilson, the catcher. 1, 2, 3, and just like that, Jackie, boy, this game is moving fast. Tukapua with a solid drive to centre field.
Yeah, and I think that's the type of game that we're going to see. Each team, as they go into their turn at bat, they're going to apply the pressure, certainly make the most of the opportunities. I think this is definitely going to be a close game the whole way through, Chopper. I can't imagine, we talked about the scores and how each team have scored a lot of runs in other games. I think I'm expecting this to be a little closer and a little tighter by both teams.
This one goes foul out of play down the left field line. I do get the feeling it's going to be close and tight.
Yeah.
But there's got to be plenty of action. You get that. We've had that already.
Yeah.
And I think we're in for a good one here, the 2023 edition of the Temperzone under 17 Boys National Championship. Alexander Hall now. Ball high, running back in time.
Here we see Landon Lane not afraid to throw the ball down.
I tell you what.
Oh, here we go.
And sacrifice bunt down. That spins though. And they might get him a second. The throw, and he's safe. Bang, bang play at second base. Hutt Valley doing the basics well.
Yeah, great bunt. Here we go. Routine, putting the ball down, moving your runners, that's what you want. Really applying the pressure on the infield. Great call by the umpire, I have to say, at second there on that play.
Right there in the right place at the right time.
Good to see the hitters going early in the count. If the ball's there, if it's in the zone, don't be afraid to go at it.
Taikaha Wilson now. Catcher for Hutt Valley. Bunt down, and what a grab!
Great catch.
What a grab from James Morrison, the first baseman from Wellington. Wow, Jackie, just simply wow.
Yeah, and there's the commitment there, right? Crashing in hard on that, and then identified that, I got to stop. I've got to go sideways, and I've got to dive here. Yeah, fantastic catch.
And an intentional walk issued to George McCarroll. That'll load the bases here for Wellington.
Whew. Here we go. That adds to the excitement.
It does indeed.
But they're hoping for a force play, right?
Yeah, one away here, and Lincoln Foley trying not to hit into that force play. Third baseman's up in his grill.
Yeah, so they're forcing the hitter, left-handed hitter, taking a big cut. Third base is up, meaning he's taking away the bunt. He wants to crash in nice and strong. If he turns and puts the bunt down, no, he's going for the hit.
Oh, Foley with an almighty swing there. In the hole now, 0-2. Waste pitch from Harris. Up and away. Hutt Valley coaching staff, one of the best here this week. Brodie Foley, the head coach. Scott Robinson over at first base coaching. Damien Collins, our mate. He's the manager in this one. And Nahuya King's their scorer. Drop ball. Not teasing enough. Wilson to bite. Sorry, Foley to bite.
There's a big moment here. The Harris for Wellington.
Just buzzes the tower. This is the pitch I like, Jackie.
Yep.
A full count,
Full
loaded
count.
bases.
Yep.
Big
So
breath.
Defensively, right, you want a ground ball. You need a ground ball so you can make a play at home and then possibly another base. And for Hutt Valley, this is when you want to really capitalise on this moment here and score these runs. He's certainly taking some big cuts in there.
He sure is indeed. Fouls it back. Wellington's coaching staff, running at an A. Morrison's the head coach. He'll be hoping for an out here.
Nice
Ball
turn
is low. Foley's done it though. That walk will push him around. And just like that, we mentioned every team scores a run in each innings. Well, Hutt Valley have done theirs here. We're locked up at 2 apiece.
You know, that was a really good turn it back there. Swinging hard, swinging with confidence, but then also having the discipline to hold back.
Oh, I'll hand it over to third baseman Jackson Baldwin. All he did in the first innings was hit it out of the yard on the hands. He'll come home first. The throw is in time. Good play by the shortstop for
Nice
Wellington.
play. Nice play, and exactly what you want. Ground ball on the infield, and particularly to your shortstop. Your shortstop's usually the guy that can pick up balls all day, make the plays in the infield. He's your sergeant.
Kevin Easthope now, second baseman. He swings at a rise ball. Boy, oh boy, climbed the ladder. He did.
Yeah, probably taking a little bit of a breather on that one.
Oh, Wellington, and they've got a fantastic coaching staff, as we mentioned. Raira Morrison is the head coach. Scott McCartney, who's their assistant coach. Tony Harwood's the manager. And Heather Graham, lovely Heather. She is their scorer. This one comes through. Coming home on the throwback. McCarroll tries to push and score, but Harris is ready, throws it back in time, and Hutt Valley threat is nullified. Not before, though, the walk to Foley. That pushes them all around in a loaded bases situation. We're locked up 2 apiece. We come back in the top of the third innings. And more action from the Temperzone Under-17 Boys National Championship.
What's he up to now?
Probably working on his career.
Oh. Beep, beep. What are you up to, Matai?
Reversing.
Have you got your ticket?
Yep. I start a new job driving a forklift on Monday.
I thought you worked in an office.
Don't limit yourself, Brian. It's never too late to make smarter choices. How's Karen?
Take control of your career with Trade Staff.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Colin Lawrie Fields and the beautiful Pukekohe, that is Auckland's south, for the grand final of the Temperzone Under-17 Boys National Championship. I'm Jason Gervais, aka Chopper. It'll be Aaron Colin that'll lead off the top of the third innings here for Wellington. And he'll punch the first pitch he sees right up the middle. Jackie, do we expect anything different from this grand final?
No, not at all. And again, look, that pitch was close enough, so he's willing to have a go. Has been consistent with going early in the count if the strike is there, and doing that once again with a hit up the middle.
And Mason will go at the first pitch. Underneath it, though, is the right fielder with an extra step back for Alexander Hall. Wellington, though, they've been aggressive with the first pitch strike, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yep. Very consistent with it. Which is interesting defensively, because sometimes you sort of think, well, why don't we get them to chase something that's maybe a little outside the zone? But, if they do things like that, if they sky it up, that'll do. That'll get you an out.
Tony Landon Lane now for Wellington. He's been outstanding. He 8 from 16 in the tournament, 500 batting average. He's one of the key pieces of the puzzle, that's for sure. Bunt is down, it's a sacrifice, and it's done perfectly from Landon Lane. Colin over to second base.
So he can also show that he can bunt. Got all the tools in the toolkit. Perfect little bunt. Get your speed down to 2. And now we just need a single up the middle, out to the outfield, and could score Colin. We know he's got pace and score that run.
Luke Pearson with an opportunity to try and grab the lead again here for Wellington. First pitch just misses.
Maybe just a little inside as opposed to up.
Well, change of pace. Oh, that's deceptive, that's for sure.
Yeah, nice. That was a nice pitch. Perfect timing. Nice call.
1-1 the count here on Pearson.
There you go. So that's that pitch. That's that first pitch that he didn't quite get. He just brought that in the zone a little more. It looks like it was about the same height. So that time he got it across the plate.
Time called here. We did see Hita on the hill take a moment in the earlier innings, more with his arm. Now he's asked for a little moment here again. Don't see anything majorly, apart from he does look a little stiff in the leg, but hopefully there's nothing going on. He's had a heck of a tournament. We'd love to see him continue through here, wouldn't we?
Yeah, it'd always be nice if you had like to have a little microphone out there sometimes, hey Chopper? What are they actually talking about?
Yeah, slide it out there. Jaden Hita comes into the grand final, faced 121 batters, 31 innings pitched, Iron Horse, 13 runs given up, a 2.94 ERA. Back to the action now, 1-2 count on Pearson. Ground ball down. Colin will go to third base on the plate.
Two count. And we just saw that pass ball there. Unfortunately getting away from Landon Lane. Nice
And he
pitch.
rears back, gets the job done here, does Hita. Just what his team needs it. In the first innings, Jackie, no one scores a run.
First inning. Yep, that's what it's all about. getting tight.
Oh, there we go. We'll be back with more action here from the grand final. We're locked up 2 runs.
And welcome back. Here we are, Wellington versus Hutt Valley in our final, and Harris on the mound here to Keenan East Hope. And there we go, taking that strikeout, coming back nice and strong in this inning. In the third inning, that's 1 down. Great start by Harris, taking a strikeout. Bringing into bat, Jaden Hector. The battle of the pitches, ground ball to shortstop. Nice play there by Colin. Taking the second out for Wellington. And already we have 2 out. So the bottom of the third, we have 2 out. No runs scored yet. We see Mitchell Shields coming into the batter's box. We're looking for a good turn at bat here.
Make sure you don't hit the off button on the iPhone. On the side.
2 balls. 2 balls on Shields. So we have 2 down. Harris has started well in this inning.
Perfect start here, Jackie. Back-to-back strikeouts. He did the same in the first innings, if you remember. He struck out the first 2 batters he saw, McCarroll and Foley, and then it was Baldwin got him in the spot of bowler with that home run. So I guess he want to try and stay a little bit more consistent this innings.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what he'll be looking to do. Just calm and just trust the process. You know, he's probably been here many times this week. Understanding that he just needs to hit the locations. There we go. Stay down on the ball. Nice play. Nice play there at second base.
A perfect job. It's a 1, 2, 3 innings in the bottom of the third innings. Score remains tied at 2 runs apiece. And the grand final, the Temperzone under 17 boys national champion.
What's he up to now?
Probably working on his career.
Oh. What are you up to, Matai?
Reversing.
Have you got your ticket?
Yep. I start a new job driving a forklift on Monday.
I thought you worked in an office.
Don't limit yourself, Brian. It's never too late to make smarter choices. How's Karen?
Take control of your career with Trade Staff.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the grand final of the Temperzone Under-17 Boys National Championship between Hutt Valley and Wellington. Locked up at 2 apiece here. Both teams are playing outstanding defence and offence. Jaden Hita has gone the whole way for Hutt Valley, and Jaden Harris. It's the battle of the two Jadens here today,
It's the battle of the Jadens. J and J. JH and JH.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that?
What's the chances? Indeed. Kia ora koutou katoa, no more hara mai, ki te kimu o Pukekohe. Great to have you along on Whakaata Māori's Māori Active channel. We are halfway through the grand final here. It's Mason Cavery, the left fielder, James Morrison, the first baseman, and Jaden Harris, the pitcher. It'll hit 1, 2, 3 here for Wellington as they try to grab the lead again.
Look, and both pitchers seem to be just really getting into their groove now, right? Into the third inning, they just settled down a little bit. Things seem to be a little bit tighter, right? I feel like everyone's just now starting to be a little bit more patient in all areas.
This one pops up. Go foul out of play. Just didn't get a chance to tune into our earlier broadcast of the semi-final between Wellington and Auckland. We're at the home association, the Franklin Softball Association. I can tell you, Jackie knows for sure the work they're doing here, the ground staff, the volunteers have simply been outstanding.
Yeah, fantastic. And it's always, look, it takes a community, doesn't it, to run tournaments, to run associations. It's so important. So hats off to them, and it certainly is a fantastic park.
Well, it's an area in softball too where it's exploding with the number of teams.
Yeah, that's right. And, well, gosh, I was just talking to someone before who I played lots of softball with in the White Sox. Old Mitch Kingy. For many years. We both played out at Pukekohe at Prince Edward Park, and that was probably one of my first ever tournaments that I went to, I have to say. I've got to talk about it, of course. Hey? When I was in the under-16s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't it great to bring those memories back? And these young men now are making their memories.
That's right.
In the grand final. Rise ball up. So it's the strikeout, of course, of Kerry. James Morrison now had a solid single up the middle back in the second innings, his second at bat of this contest.
Yeah, it's such a great age chopper.
Isn't it?
In a couple of years' time, I remember when I was
ground ball through the 5-6 hole. Morrison's
nice
got it on a
piece.
string today.
Nice piece, hitting that through to left field there. That's what they want, to get their first runner on base. But yeah, I was 18 when I first played for New Zealand, so these kids here, Chopper, they can see themselves playing in the New Zealand team, wearing the jersey, travelling the world, getting to play top-level softball. Hopefully that's what they're all aiming for.
Great opportunity indeed. Jaden Harris with an opportunity now. First pitch is up and away.
Not only that, it's just the love of playing the game of softball too, Chopper.
It sure is indeed, Jackie. Great to have you along for it.
Just missing that outside plate. He certainly, that seems to be where he's going in the last couple of innings. That seems to be the location that he wants to work. Outside of the place, keep the ball away, which is smart from the meat of the zone.
Ground ball back to the pitcher, looking for a double play. 1, 2, but Harris is too quick down to first base. Good heads-up play by the pitcher hitter, though.
Yeah, nice play there. Often that's good. He knows exactly what's going on. He's in the zone. Sometimes you can get a ball and you think, am I supposed to go to 2 or should I go to first? Been in that situation myself. So he's completely focused and on to the play.
Morrison will stay out there. He'll run for Harris at first base, the pitcher, with 2 down here. It brings up to the plate, second baseman now, Manahi Uden McFarlane.
Just hitting that inside out.
It's one thing I like seeing about the development of the athletes at this age, Jackie, where they can learn to hit the ball in different locations.
Yeah, that's right. And they'll go, they'll practice that at trainings, understanding that sometimes you're not always going to get the pitch where you want it, so you have to hit the ball in that location, or we want a ball hit in a different area of the field. I want to hit it left field and it's on the outside of the plate, so I need to be able to get across and pull it. So all of those things are so important.
Developing
you
their
practice
craft.
it. You
Yep.
practice it. You have to
your
practice
craft.
it. Yeah.
Definitely an opportunity for these young men here. 1-2 the count now on Uda McFarlane. Heta leans back.
Ooh.
And low
Hard
lifter
luck.
just missing inside.
Just missed it.
You know what I like about Heta though? Look at him. Doesn't complain about it. Just turns around, goes back to his business.
Yep, just get back. Go again.
It's a sign of a good athlete there, isn't it?
Yep, that's mindset. Good positive mindset. Come back and do it again. There
Change
you
of
go.
pace, but the hands are back. We talked about different strokes. Well, folks, that's a fine hit there from Uden McFarlane to right field.
Yeah, probably, you might be not so happy on that one. It was a good option with a change-up, just to throw a little bit off pace, but he probably just sat up a little bit in the zone.
Just hung up there a little bit.
Yeah, just hung up a little bit, and that's what can happen again. And both pitchers, I think, know this. They've got to make sure that they're hitting really good locations against these good hitters.
Got to bring up top of the shop here. And a big swing from Smith, off and running to three. He might be cold. He is. What a play by Taikaha Wilson behind the dish to stay with it on the bobble. Get it down to 3 and top.
Nice play, great play.
Well, we've got ourselves a good one here, Jackie.
Yeah,
A good
nice tight
one
ball game.
indeed. All locked up as we're through 3.5 complete. Bottom of the fourth coming up next. 2-2. Wellington, Hutt Valley in the grand final.
Hi, I'm Les Kendall, CEO of Temperzone. Innovation is at our core to produce ever more relevant technology, pushing the bounds of currently available solutions. Temperzone has embarked on our own decarbonising and sustainability journey, reducing our impact on the environment and the way we operate at all levels, and transitioning into a more sustainable and efficient organisation. Our products and services can assist others to make the transition and act as enabling technology to transition to zero carbon, pushing the bounds of currently available solutions and technologies that are safe and sustainable from the
Bottom of the fourth innings, and a locked 2 runs apiece here between Hutt Valley and Wellington. Hutt Valley will send up the bat here. Pukekohe, the centre fielder, and Alexander Hill, the right fielder. Wilson, the catcher. 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom of the fourth innings. And low lifter inside, that's a good one. That's a real good one from Harris to start off the fourth innings.
Great start there by Harris. And he really has got into his groove in the last few innings. He's coming in strong. Still looking confident.
Hasn't he indeed? 6 strikeouts on the day for Harris already.
And it's just so important to get that first out. defensively.
Caden Alexander-Hall now.
Get in there.
Swinging
and get
bunt. This is a tough play for Harris. And he got him. What a throw from Harris. He had no time, Jackie. He had no time.
No, well, it was one of those moments where you have to wait. Okay, ball, calm down, please. Yeah, but great play there. All-round play there by the pitcher. Pitching the ball and taking the out himself.
Smile on his face with Harris as well. He's in a good place.
And look, Chopper, that's what finals are all about. Although it's, there's pressure on and everyone wants the win, of course. That's what you're out there for. But you need to be able to enjoy it as well.
You sure do indeed. And Pukekohe Wilson here, the catcher. That one down low. We'll level the count here, 1-1. Always think the catcher, as far as hitters are concerned, should be one of your best as far as they're getting to see pitches all the time, like reading the strikes that are coming down there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it actually happens, but they do have the box seater singing a lot of deliveries, whereas a normal batter would only get their at-bats in the game, 3 at-bats.
Yeah.
Whereas they end up getting out there for their 3 at-bats, plus the other 25 or so that they're catching for.
Yeah, that's right. So they get to read and see a lot of the pitches. They're very catchers are really good people to speak to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
To learn about pitches.
Yeah, they sure are. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're exactly right, Chopper. They see so much. They see the ball do different things. Get to understand that. Get to know the sequence.
Oh, and a
Nice
low
pitch.
lifter on the outside edge. What a sequence. Harris stamps his authority. 7th strikeout of the match, and it's a beauty. We're all locked up through 4 complete. Top of the 5th coming up next. 2 runs.
What's he up to now?
Probably working on his career.
Oh. What are you up to, Matai?
Reversing.
Have you got your ticket?
Yep. I start a new job driving a forklift on Monday.
I thought you worked in an office.
Don't limit yourself, Brian. It's never too late to make smarter choices. How's Karen?
Take
Top of the 5th innings here, and a fantastic Jackie Smith in the booth with me. I'm Jason Gooby's AK Jobber. Jackie, you called it earlier. You said it was going to be a tight, exciting match.
Yeah.
It's been that exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly, and that's what we like, eh? We're going into finals and these games that are 10-0. Congratulations, good on you. But this is what finals should be all about.
Wellington, top of the shop for them. Ollie Smith again, getting another opportunity. Remember, he was on base. And they make the fine play to get out of it. Oh, sorry, he was up to the plate when they made a fine play to get out of it. So, on the throw to third base by Wilson, the catcher. So, a 3rd time through the order here for Wellington. As that breeze just comes up a little here, Jackie.
Yep, starting to pick up.
Well, you know what that means with the breeze, though, right? It's a chance for those home runs to sail.
Yeah, and there's certainly a chance of that.
Change of pace. I tell you what, well, Hitter's got a good rise ball, but that change-up is really starting to work, isn't it?
Yeah, and again at this level and for the quality of the teams and the pitches, you need to have a different types of pitches. Really valuable. Really, really important. You need your rise ball, good drop ball, and if you can mix it up with a change up.
See a challenge here, actually. Something
Yeah.
developing between
Something's-
Smith and Hutt, isn't
Something's
there?
going on here, isn't
Something
there?
cooking in the kitchen. We'll find out what the recipe is. Hutt's got the signal now. Here comes the 2-2. Change of pace. That's clever. That's real clever. That
Got
diffused
him.
the bomb in a
Yeah.
hurry.
Yeah. And again, that's what it's all about. It's a battle. Battle of the pitchers and the hitters. You know, it's all about whether or not you're prepared to take on the challenge.
5 strikeouts on the day from Hutt.
And we know Colin has done it often,
He's been-
over and over again, of getting something started.
Hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's been good here in the final as well. Hit second base in the first innings, then one to centre field. That was in the third innings. Short
Here we
handle, and
go.
he'll punch this one and get on base again. Perfect hitting here from the shortstop from Wellington.
Beautiful. Well done. So stayed back on that. You see there was actually off pace. Even though he was running at the ball, he kept his hands back and just made sure that he made contact.
Nino Mason with Colin down at first base. One away here in the top of the 5th innings. Drop ball right on the edge of the strike zone. That's perfect from Hutt.
And that's his go-to pitch. Most definitely that outside corner.
Oh, Hutt, we talk about the change-ups good. He's got the drop ball dipping as well here.
Yep.
Mason now in the hole. Mason did plate the first run for Wellington. That was back in the top of the first innings. And a double to left field down the line. He'll stay outside on him. Does he go?
No.
No, he doesn't.
So it'll be interesting to see what he decides to go with here.
1-2 the count here. One away in the top of the 5th innings. Locked up 2 runs apiece. Hard hit ball. This has got a chance. One bounce to the fence. Colin is around the third base now looking to score. Will there be a throw? No. Wellington has done it. And it's Mason that's done it again. They grab the lead 3 runs to 2.
And that's that 2 and 3 Wellington order. Scoring the runs again. Colin doing what he does well, getting on base, and then they're coming up, Mason coming up with that hit. Well done. You know, and it's so important, hey, you got to string the hits together.
Some fantastic hitting here from Wellington. Time called by Hutt. Wants to chat with his catcher, just with the runner on second base. Making sure we're on the same page here as far as signals are concerned.
Yeah.
Jackie, we saw these two teams explode from the get-go through the first 2 innings. They scored a run each in every innings to get us to the 2-all scoreline. Had a couple of innings where they've locked it down through good pitching and good defence. Now Wellington have cracked the egg again.
Yep.
Could that open the floodgates, or do you think it's still going to stay tight the rest of the way?
Oh no, I think it's they've just made the most of the opportunity. You got to do it. You've got to do that right now. As you've said, they've both had a couple of innings off. Something had to happen. Something's got to spark, right? You've got to take hold of the game. And so that's what they're doing. They're just saying, look, we've got to get up. We've got to score some runs. If we don't, we're going to leave an opportunity for Hutt Valley, right? So someone has to identify that moment and make the most of it.
Hutt Valley have got the bullpen up in action. Number 42, Maui Tai, is warming up in possible relief if required here in the grand final. Slow roller. It's a bad hop though to McCarroll, and Wellington will grab another run here. Bit of misfortune on the bobble of the ball, but Wellington, have you just said it, taking their opportunity. 4 runs to 2. They lead now.
There you go. And the runner from 2, he was off. He probably wasn't going as hard because he was expecting for that ball to be fielded, and then took off on that error.
Tough play though.
Tough
from
play.
McCarroll.
Tough
I mean,
play.
it's
It's
one of those
about-
ones that takes
yeah.
that bounce and just skids
Yeah.
up on you.
Yeah. It's the old case of not letting the ball play you. You got to play the ball. You
Yeah.
got to get in. You got to be aggressive.
Yeah. Luke Pearson now with a chance to try and stretch this lead. And he does as he punches it to right field. Off and running to challenge the arm, the third base, the slide, the tag, and he is gone. On a bang, bang play at third base.
Yeah, but that's what, again, they're just going, right, let's make the most of the opportunity. Let's take some risks. They were up by 2 runs. Had to be a good throw.
Well, that's what you want there, to challenge each
Yep.
other, and they did that. And a great hit from Pearson to right field. Landon Lane looking to push it to third base. Is being called to come.
Yes.
For sure, it was the right challenge.
Yep.
But the centre fielder, Thompson Tukupua, wow, what a throw.
Yeah, great throw. Well done. Came up throwing, knew what he had to do. If the runner was going, then he was already moving forward and able to make that throw. But, they only had 1 down, so, the ball was in their court to go, let's take the risk, let's push it. And now they've still got a runner on base.
Mason Carey now. Just slowing the moment down. Here to go for a long walk all the way out to second base.
Yes, and he certainly seems to like to do that in these situations. Nothing wrong with that. Just calm things down.
Staying within himself, he knows it's about execution. Ready now. Carries in the box. Hits is on the plate. Drop ball. McCarroll steps back once.
Nice play.
Go the short way to second base to complete the innings. Not before though. Nino Mason and Landon Lane get her done for 2 runs here in the top of the 5th innings. Wellington lead the grand final 4 runs to 2.
Your ideas, your plans, your vision for your dream home. At Golden Homes, we work with you to create a home you'll love living in. With total design flexibility, our exclusive gold standard building system and Zog steel framing proven to withstand magnitude 9 earthquake activity, your new Golden Home will have all the strength, comfort and sophistication you've been dreaming of.
It's a better home you'll own. Golden Homes.
Golden Homes. Call 0800 22 22 36.
Bottom of the 5th innings here in the grand final. Wellington just grabbed the lead with 2 runs in the top of the 5th innings. Hutt Valley will look to reply here, Jackie. They'll go that with McCarroll, Foley and Baldwin.
Yeah, and look, interesting that we've seen both teams, when they have had their scoring opportunities, have been done at the top of the order, right? So now it's Hutt Valley's chance to actually reply to that, and no one better than McCarroll at the top of the order.
Statistical leader for Hutt Valley this week. He's been outstanding. 12 hits from 28 bats as the shortstop, the 600 batting average. First
And this
pitch
is a
is
really,
down and in.
really important time too for him. From that last hitting, is not, don't take your fielding. Hey, Hutt Valley, let's not take our fielding into our hitting. Let's just focus on our hitting, right? Do what we do well and get runners on base and move the ball.
Do what you do well. The runner's on base. The rest will take care of itself. Sounds like good advice to me, that's for sure. Harris just over the top. Harris is having a good game on the hill for Wellington. He's really good at it on a dime. 7 strikeouts on the day. This one comes through the zone. McCarroll, don't be fooled with his stature. He's got plenty of power. And ground ball in the 5-6 hole.
Nice stop.
Nice stop by Colin, but no chance to get McCarroll on that diving play.
And look, we've seen some great plays, haven't we? By both teams.
Oh, the defence has been outstanding, top of the notch.
Yeah, another great stop there by Colin at the short stop.
Lincoln Foley now. Full swing. Wellington defensively have kept the third baseman Pearson right up in the face of Foley every at-bat so far. Struck out in the first innings. Then he got that walk in the second with loaded bases to push a run across.
Let's see if they just look to move him down with a bunt. No, they're going to hit.
Outside edge is good. Outside edge is really good from Harris. 0-2 now for Foley.
Yeah, really important that they, Hutt Valley though, they want to be getting their runner down to 2 into scoring position.
This one's down low as well. 1-2 now the count. No movement at first base from McCarroll. Here's a threat to run. Takes that rise ball. Hitters count now. Oh, apologies. Of course, that'll level the count. It was 1-2. 2-2 now. Off now, McCarroll. It's only a matter of time. So you see the dust come up, skids into second base.
A nice call. Nice call sending him down on the right pitch.
So opportunity knocks now. Full count. Big swing, big pitch, and Harris comes up trump.
Off
8th
pace.
strikeout of the match so far for the big hurler from Wellington.
Well done. Well done. Good pitching, catching combination there. You know, you talked about it before, the catch is so important and understanding what pitch to call.
Bottom of the zone with a drop ball now on Jackson Baldwin. Baldwin with the big home run to left field on a low lifter. That was back in the first innings to tie this puppy up. You can do that again here. He'll tie it up again.
Nice spot.
Oh, coast to coast. That's pretty to watch from Harris. One on the inside, one on the outside.
He's certainly been very consistent with hitting his spots, eh? That's what he's doing really, really well. He's really come on through the game.
Waste pitch. McCarroll will take that invite though. Head down to third base.
And then he says, Jackie, don't speak too soon. I can do this too. I can mix it up. But he does like to get ahead.
Yeah.
He likes to come in and get himself a couple of strikes, if not the first strike, under his belt.
Low lifter.
Oh, nice stop.
Off the glove of the third baseman. And Baldwin gets it done. And they are within one now. 4 runs to 3. Jackie, I'm not an official scorer, but that effort was phenomenal from the third baseman,
good effort.
Pearson. That's a hit all day long.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It was a couple of feet inside. Had to stretch out for it. He's got nice long arms, so yes, absolutely. Had to make a big effort for it. And it was hit hard.
Sure was. Keenan Easthope now, second baseman for Hutt Valley. 2 hits in the bottom of the 5th innings, 1 run so far. Only trailing by 1 now. Pick off to first base. Baldwin's back.
Tane Landon Lane, he just doesn't like runners getting anywhere off those bases. Hey, he's going to throw it down.
All down low. I tell you what, Tony, I was going to talk about him earlier. The catcher here for Wellington. I remember he was like about, I'm waving my hand, about 4 feet tall, and he was tiny.
Oh, so my height. My height.
He was tiny, Jackie.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, especially this age group, isn't it?
Yeah, they
he
shoot
has
up, don't
really
they?
sprouted up to a fine, young, tall man. Eyes ball up. Baldwin's a threat to run as well. But I think, Jackie, it's the respect of Landon Lane behind the dish while they're not running so freely, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
3-1 now. This one comes the inside edge to fill us up.
And that's why he throws it down to Chopper. He just lets them know that I'm aware of where you are.
Inside out swing. Tough
Has
play
to
for the
hustle.
second baseman, but his hustle does it for him, though, doesn't it? Here, Uden McFarlane to find out.
Yep, he had to hustle. It was spinning. It was spinning in the dirt. It wasn't going straight at him. Nice play. Just reading that well.
Well, 2 away here. The grand final, Jaden Hita, the opposing pitcher from Hutt Valley, will get another turn at bat. A walk in the first, a strikeout in the third. And with Baldwin perched at second base in scoring position at the moment, if he can get some wood on it, Jackie, he could tie this ball game up for himself and his team.
That's right.
Oh, right there too. Right there. Fouls off that low lifter.
Here's Chopper. This is an important moment for them.
And outside edge. Boy, I've been impressed with the accuracy of Harris on the hill for Wellington. Feels like a big moment, Jackie. 1-2 the count. Down low. Can't get him fishing.
Nah, just a little bit. That's good. You know, it's good hitting as well. All round pitching, the pitching discipline, wanting them to chase. Oh.
And just inside comes off the back arm of Hita. He'll head down to first base.
Just got away on him. Harris just got that one. Little inside on the hand.
And with 2 away here, they'll get a chance to bring their pitcher off the field so you can get a bit of ice on that forearm if required. You can see him flexing it there. Keenan Easthope will come out to run for him.
And that's why we have that rule. Perfect. He can come off. He's done his job. Got on base. Get himself ready to go back out into the field. So 2 down. 2 down, runner on first and second for Hutt Valley. And we've got Mitchell Shields into bat. Really important moment here for Hutt Valley, and Wellington have identified that. Just calling a little timeout. Get together and understand what they need to be doing here. Everyone make sure they're aware. Giving Harris just a moment.
Mitchell Shields, this young player, I get to work a little bit with him, Jackie.
Yes.
He's obviously playing his softball in Hutt Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Hard hit ball to right field and a dive.
Oh.
But it's a foul ball. They'll come back and reset. I'll tell you what, the right fielder though, Nino Mason, almost made that.
Wow, almost made that, yes. Oh no, it's called that foul?
Yeah, it landed in foul territory, but he almost got his glove underneath it.
He did.
Yeah, very, very close.
That was a fantastic effort.
Well, young Mitchell Shields comes back into the batter's box here. Plays a softball in Hutt Valley for the Totara Park Softball Club, but lives in Masterton, so travels over for trainings and games. You know, that's about an hour and a half's commute, and a good driving pitch from Harris. We'll send Shields back to the dugout this time. And
look at him, marches off the field. He's marching off the field. He's going, come on, team.
Yeah.
Come on, team. Get me that run back.
I got you, boys. I got you. Not before Jackson Baldwin, though. He picks up a run here for Hutt Valley. In the bottom of the 5th innings, we are 4 runs to 3. Wellington leading the Temperzone under 17 boys a national championship. Back with more action at the top of the 6th in just a short moment.
Never take time to worry about life. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Know that you are right. There's a world to behold. Another day you will grow old. So take time with the ones you love. Take time with the ones you love.
Top of the 6th innings here to be Morrison, Harris and Udi McFarlane. 1, 2, 3 here for the Wellingtonians with a 1-run lead here in the grand final as we're getting close to the end here. Top of the 6th innings, Jackie. You said it was going to be tight. Boy, oh boy, I didn't know it was going to be this tight.
Yeah. But, we saw in the last inning there, Harris walking off the field and, telling his team, get me some more runs. Yeah, that's what he wants, get me some more runs, especially leading into the back end of this game. And they're certainly quite capable of that.
Rise ball up.
And Hutt Valley did really well in that last inning though, Chopper, to come back, get themselves another run. Just making sure that Wellington know that, look, we're still in this ball game. You haven't got this game. Here we go, we see a hit.
Morrison, 3 from 3 today. He's been outstanding offensively, hasn't he?
Yeah. Just getting on with it, just doing his job when he comes up into the batter's box, not trying to overswing. And then you can see every time hit to centre field, left field and centre field. So seeing the ball really well, perfect timing.
Harris now laces at the first pitch he sees. Harris has had an amazing day in the field as the starting pitcher for Wellington. Struck out in the 2nd innings, but then on a fielder's choice to the pitcher that was in the 4th inning. So looking to contribute offensively as well.
And both teams have actually done that well throughout the game, which is why it's been so tight, Chopper, is every player is contributing to the game, right? When it's their turn, what are they doing to add value to the game?
Rise ball up. Off to the second base, and he's gone!
Oh, he got him.
Wow, what a play from Taikaha Wilson. The ricochet from the backside was perfectly set up for him, and he threw a seed to second base.
Yeah,
that's an outstanding throw.
Perfect throw. Yeah, beautiful to watch. And unfortunately, he knew on that steal down, or on that pass ball, sorry, when he got tagged out, he thought, oh, yeah.
I like
perfect throw.
I like the character, young James Morrison, that's for sure.
And just sometimes that can happen. He got the bounce back off the fence and came up with a perfect throw. So beautiful to watch.
Hitters count now for Harris, the hitter. 3-1. And gets it outside edge. That'll fool the count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Nice turn it back.
And Harris wins the battle. He'll head down to first base with a patient walk.
And again, that's what both teams seem to be doing. They're just each turn at bat, each inning. They're just making sure that they're getting runners on base.
Manahi Uden McFarlane now. Sees the first pitch come down the pipeline. One away here. In the top of the 6th innings of the grand final. Rise ball can't get him fishing.
No, and they all seem to have actually become a lot more disciplined later in the game again and staying off that rise ball.
Inside set from Wilson. Big swing from Udo McFarlane. He's had some success today. A walk in the 2nd innings, a hit to right field. That was in the 4th innings. So he's been on base every time he's come up to bat here in the grand final. This one fouls back.
Got him chasing that rise ball. That one certainly seemed like it was close enough. Hey, Chopper, I've been really impressed with the catches, both catches. I think they're controlling the game really well for both pitchers. And it's just so important.
Hitta getting the lead runner again. One. Again, Wellington too fast down the line there to get a double play. But good choice by the pitcher, Hitta.
Yep, taking the lead runner. Every time, want to keep them off too. Don't want them in scoring position.
That's the key, isn't it? Because Ollie Smith's up now, and he's been in trouble with a capital T.
Yeah, and here we go. See, that's where they've done the damage often, is at the top of the order.
The top 5 batters for Wellington have produced all of the runs.
Comes in strong. First pitch. Here you go.
Ollie Smith. Hitta just keeping that arm loose. Knows he needs to execute here. 2 away. It'll take some time now. That long walk to second base, Jackie.
Yeah.
He's real methodical about his work, isn't he?
Yeah, he is indeed. When he wants to take his little time out or he's having his breather.
An hour and a half into the grand final here. Game is moving at a good pace. Rise will pick off attempt. Back in time. Of course, with 2 away here. Udo McFarlane is the runner at first base.
Oh, nice.
That one down low. Two the count here.
I feel like it's a very tense moment. It's certainly that time in the game.
Big swing on that drop ball on the outer edge. Ollie Smith, he did drive that one. It was a change up and then hanging in the 2nd innings. That was to right field. That played it a run. You can see that breeze there, the dust from the skin blowing away. It is blowing to centre field, so if someone gets on the back of one here, there's definitely a chance to hit it out like Baldwin did in the 1st innings. Change of pace. Oh, it hits the plate. Oh, that's unfortunate for Wilson.
Yep, just unfortunate there, you're right.
Skips up, and now at second base in scoring position is Udo McFarlane.
Yeah, and Jaden Hitta certainly seems to be that motion with his hand and just whether or not he's concerned.
On the back one, it's high. Is it long enough, though? It's going back. And a great catch by Alexander Hall in the deep, deep dungeon of right field. And that nullifies the threat here in the top of the 6th. We'll stay 4 runs to 3 We'll go to the bottom, back seat.
Hi, I'm Les Kendall, CEO of Temperzone. Innovation is at our core to produce ever more relevant technology, pushing the bounds of currently available solutions. Temperzone has embarked on our own decarbonising and sustainability journey, reducing our impact on the environment and the way we operate at all levels, and transitioning into a more sustainable and efficient organisation. Our products and services can assist others to make the transition and act as enabling technology to transition to zero carbon, pushing the bounds of currently available solutions and technologies that are safe and sustainable from the manufacture, installation, maintenance through to whole-of-life considerations in the circular economy.
Bottom of the sixth innings, real tight affair in the 2023 edition of the Temperzone Under-17 Boys Softball National Championship. Great to have you along for it. I'm Jason Goobies, aka Chopper. Thompson Tukapua steps in. He'll lead off for Hutt Valley, and this one will be followed by Caden Alexander Hall, right fielder, and Pukekohe Wilson, the catcher. Hutt Valley trailing by 1. Jackie Smith joining me in the booth, and this one the whole way through. Jackie, it's been a tight matchup. I get a feeling, though, that Hutt Valley are not finished scoring.
No, I don't think so. And they'll be thinking, right, they would have had a little chat. I would imagine the coach is saying, look, let's just be patient. We still have 2 turns at bat, but we need to probably get another run. We need to get another run in this inning, and then go in the next inning.
The outside edge for a strike.
A lot of times now it's just about not getting too overly excited or ahead of yourself, though, Chopper. Just go through the process, trust the process.
This one's up, full the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Breeze just getting up again at our backs. And a hard hit ball up the middle, just what the doctor ordered for Hutt Valley. Tukapua delivers.
Just what the doctor ordered. Absolutely. Need that first run on. So again, as I said, they would have hopefully had a conversation and said, keep it simple, just follow the process, get our first runner on, then we'll move you around, get you in scoring position, and then we'll come up with another couple of hits.
Get on the back end of one, Alexander Hall. Centre fielder roams over, not quite deep enough though, but the throw is bad. And he's trying to go to 2, and he will get there. Boy, oh boy, that's close, Jackie. That is close.
She was all over the place then, but Hutt Valley managed to get down to second base.
Don't worry about the sacrifice, Barnt. I'll just float it out to centre field. The throw will come in over the top. I'll then send my runner. The ball gets dropped on the tag. It's all happening. What we do know, though,
it is all happening.
Hutt Valley with a runner in scoring position. 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th innings. Pukekohe Wilson, the catcher. First pitch is down.
No one there.
Tukapua will head back.
Yeah. I don't think he actually realised that he had it in his glove for a second there. For a split second. Or maybe it was a trick play.
Could be.
Maybe it was a trick play.
Wilson.
Anyway, nothing hurt. Nothing hurt right now.
Opportunity time here for Hutt Valley. That one fouls off. One ball and 1 strike now. Brody Foley, head coach, giving the signals down at third base. Both players watching intently for the strategy. The strategy is pull back. It's a steal, and he slides around the back door, beats Colin's tag. That's a perfect slide there from Tukapua.
Perfect slide. Perfect throw. Was look either way, very close. Great play.
We had one location to go there, Pukekohe, and he had to bend it like a banana around the outstretched arm of Colin. And boy, oh boy, I think he just slipped there by a banana skin.
Yeah, and it was, perfectly executed by both teams defensively and offensively as well, because he had to go wide on the slide, then we had to go wide on the tag as well. So fortunately for Hutt Valley, they came off best. We got a runner at third.
This one fouls back, just one away here now. So Wilson with an opportunity to sacrifice fly in the deep could tie this puppy up. Plenty of support here from the families and crowd in attendance, Jackie. All the other diamonds are all finished. They're all watching the grand final now. Outside set.
Yeah, which is great, isn't it? It's what people love. It's what the sport loves as well. All the supporters hanging around, making sure that they support the two teams in the finals. Seeing a good game of softball.
Hard on ball, off the glove of Colin. He grabbles, throws it over, and the throw is loose though. And Hutt Valley will tie it up in the bottom of the sixth innings. Boy, oh boy, woo! 4 runs apiece.
She's all on. And we talked about it. This was the time that they needed to score a run, just to show that they're in the ball game.
That's just pressure right there,
Yep.
isn't it, Jackie?
Yep,
With a
that's
runner
right.
at 3, Collins in 2 mind. Do I go
Yep.
home, pick this ball up quickly? Will they take off on me? Or do I get to play it first, then the bobble? I've got to make a strong throw. And these two teams are putting up a
all
good
of that.
fight against each other, aren't they?
That's right, they are. They are indeed. Unfortunately, Colin, he might not be happy with that. It was obviously off, but he did a great job in his backhand, stopping the ball.
He sure did, yeah.
Yeah, and he wasn't too deep. That's why the runner actually had to hold up.
Well, McCarroll now, as we mentioned earlier, he's statistical leader in the Hutt Valley team. Picked up a hit to shortstop in the 5th innings after an intentional walk back in the 2nd. Watches a rise ball outside the zone.
Yeah, and now's really, hitters like this, this is when you really need them.
Jackie, Hutt Valley have not led this ball game once in the grand
No.
final. They've always had to come back to tie it up and come back to tie it up. They've done that again here in the 6th. Is this the opportunity for Hutt Valley at the top of their order to finally grab the lead?
Well, most certainly. Definitely is. Yeah, and he's being very patient.
We've seen some good fight back from Hutt Valley this week. Auckland, they're down by a bunch in the last innings. They rallied to win that one. So they do know how to come from behind, that's for sure. Slow play, they'll get 1. No chance for 2 though.
We've seen that they're just getting a little over anxious in some of the plays throughout this inning. So Wellington just get 1 out at a time.
2 away here. Wellington just need that last out. Then try and grab the lead again in the top of the 7th innings. I think Lincoln Foley might have something to say about that first, Jackie.
Yes.
Strikeout victim in the 1st innings, a walk that created a run in the 2nd innings. And the strikeout victim in the 5th. So looking for his first solid piece here.
That's right. And you look at, you can look at those stats and you can sort of argue, well, is he capable? Well, absolutely.
He sure is.
Absolutely.
Dead right, Jackie. Tries to hold that swing. No,
he
can't quite do it. Rise ball's good though. It's been kicking all day for Harris, hasn't it?
Has been, yeah.
Off and running on the pitch, McCarroll.
Oh, perfect throw.
Oh, he risked it.
Perfect throw.
Risked it for the biscuit, did McCarroll. Trying to push the envelope, and he's thrown out, going a second. base. Hutt Valley, they can't grab the lead for the first time, but they'll come out in the top of the 7th. See what Wellington's got to offer. We're locked up, baby. It's 4 runs apiece in the grand final. Well, the top of the 7th innings in this nail-biter grand final here between Hutt Valley and Wellington. Boy, oh boy, you can't tear these two teams apart. So says the scoreboard as well. Started hot, each team scoring a run through the first 2 innings. It was 2 runs apiece. Then in the 5th innings, Wellington broke out for 2 runs on a nasty hop through the shortstop. Hutt Valley have replied though in the 5th and the 6th to lock us up now 4 runs apiece. One of the keys to the puzzle for Wellington offensively has been Aaron Colin, the shortstop, and he leads off here with 3 hits on the day. One to second base, centre field and left.
Yeah, and he's been a key player for Wellington defensively and offensively. This is an important moment. They really need him to be getting on base because we also know that he's got wheels, right? Once he gets on base, you can do so much more.
He does indeed. Defensively, Hutt Valley have played Colin tight. Both third base and shortstop pushed up against him. And there he just punches it through them this time. Boy, oh boy, 4 from 4 in the grand final is a shortstop from Wellington.
Yeah, smart little slapper. Last turn at bat, hitting in the same location. It was a little bit softer with the hands.
Yep.
More of a slow roller past the shortstop. Probably a little bit more up the middle. This time hitting it harder past the shortstop.
One Wellingtonian putting his hands up for MVP today is Nino Mason, 2 from 3. But he's plated 2 runs of the 4 that Wellington have on the scoreboard. He yanks that one foul down the line. Jaden Hita has gone the distance here for Hutt Valley. 12 hits on the day, but 5 strikeouts. Those strikeouts come at key moments of the match. Change of pace.
Unfortunately, just going at that pitch. He won't be happy with that. It was an off pace and it was probably a little bit out of the zone.
Drop ball just missing on the outer
outside
edge, maybe a little too high as signalled by the home plate umpire. 1 and 2 now the count. Wellington up on the fence in their dugout. Ball down low.
You know, if he gets that pitch on the outside of the plate, it's actually a perfect pitch for him to be hitting off field behind the runner. Ooh.
And gets him on the outside edge. Jaden Hita. Boy, oh boy, when he needs it, he'll find a location, and this time it's just clips the outside edge of the plate.
Yeah.
Big strikeout there, Mason.
That was a good strikeout, yes. They needed that.
Catching out tall timber, Tarnet, Landon Lane. Flew out to centre field in the first innings. The sacrifice bunt in the 3rd innings. And then there was that nasty hop that went over the shortstop. That was in the 5th innings, played it a run. First pitch of him is down that tram line.
Yeah. And look, he's been consistent with that pitch for the majority of the game. So sometimes you have to make a little adjustment. Wellington, keep the hands back, look to hit it off field. There you go. Rather than trying to pull it.
That one comes back, just about takes out the home plate camera. Hutt steers in and ready.
There you go.
Ground ball through the wickets.
That's it.
Coast to coast goes Colin. They'll choose the throw. Means Wellington will get 2 runners in scoring position. Oh, risky defensive move from Hutt Valley.
Yeah, and unfortunately there's that hop again. Bad hop in the infield. But you get that when you hit the ball hard, and we just talked about that before around if you can just go with that outside pitch. We know that's been dominant, right, for him. That's his go-to on the outside of the plate. So you've got to keep your hands back and then hit that ball off field.
Well, fair to say, Jackie, the rub of the green or the bounce of the diamond hasn't really gone Hutt Valley's way. More
No,
the
a couple
bounce,
of times.
One go high, one go low.
Yeah.
But we see head coach Brodie Foley out there to have a chat to his team. I bet you that's about composure at this point.
Yeah.
Because those things tend to
Or
level
creep in.
themselves out
Yes.
after a while, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. And look, nothing hurt yet. There's nothing hurt, right? So just got to keep extra tight. You've got to be really smart around where we're pitching the ball.
Here we go now. 2 runners in scoring position for Wellington. 1 down. One of the heavy hitters, Luke Pearson, was up to bat here. Grounded out to the pitcher in the first innings. A strikeout in the third, but a hard hit ball to centre field. That was in the 5th. He goes to the first pitch. It's a beauty too. 1 bounce to the right fielder. And Wellington will grab the lead in the grand final. 5 runs to 4.
There's that outside pitch. And again, just taking it off field. It was in the zone. You know, if they're really smart, they'll make that adjustment in the batter's box. Just maybe move in a little bit, make sure that they can get to that outside pitch.
Big moment in the grand final here. Luke Pearson grabs the lead again for Wellington. Mason Carey now. Pick off the 3. He's back in time.
You really got to be watching, don't you?
Something happening all the time here. 1 away. Runners are coast to coast for Wellington. So offensive strategies. Big possibility. Rise ball. Big swing from Carey as well.
We've certainly seen a bit of a shift in the momentum, haven't we? From Wellington. Just turn it back, coming out and really applying the pressure.
Heater has gone the distance here for Hutt Valley as Harris on the other opposing team. Drop ball just off the edge of the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Wellington getting rowdy in the dugout. They can sense it, Jackie. Insurance run is what they're after. Slow grounder. They got him in front of him though. And they'll tag him out.
Oh,
good defensive play. Oh, Pearson lost the number of outs.
Yes.
He's back to second base though. Boy, I tell you what though, the runner at third base for Wellington just got caught with that ball right beside him, didn't he? He couldn't get back to third base. He had no choice but to try and get home.
That's right. No, and he made the right decision. He had overcommitted, certainly had, and thought, right, I know I've got to go. And that's just what you have to do. You have to react and play what's in front of you.
Head coach Foley out to talk to second base umpire with Pearson, because it looked like Pearson had just forgot it was only 1 down. He thought it was 3, and then he started to wander off. What Foley's asking here, did he wander too far away
Off
from the running
pass
line?
zone, yes, that's right. That's what well, and he can ask that. So it'll be the umpire's discretion and they'll have a discussion.
I don't know. I don't think that's a call you make in the grand final anyway. This game's too good for that type of call, but it's not in our court there. We've got great crew of umpires here all week. Done a fantastic job. I'm sure whatever call they make is the right one.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why you've got 4 of them out there, and they'll discuss it together. Hey.
And he's safe.
And he's
That's
safe.
second. Yep. Clever call. Good call. Well done. And I like the way that those umpires came together to have a chat about it.
Are they going to is he going to change his runner? He's
Yeah.
going to put a runner out.
He's like, you know what? You can have a rest.
Yeah. Good job.
Fantastic. So they'll bring number 25 off the
Yeah.
bench to run at second base. That's James Sipilli. Sipilli's a speedster too, I tell you. If he gets a whiff, he'll come around the home plate in quick succession.
Yeah, and this is what you expect to see in the last inning, isn't it? You know, when it's so tight like this, situations like this. It's great.
Hutt Valley, they've got to get out of this, don't they?
Yep.
They can't leak another run here.
No,
They've come back from 1, they've come back from 2, but only 1 at a time.
only 1 at a time, that's right.
Jaden Harris has been outstanding on the mound for Wellington. Well, we go, back to the action. 2 outs. 2 runners on for Wellington at first and second base. And it's drop ball right through the kitchen sink.
Nice job. Just goes right at him.
James Morrison has been a superstar at the plate today. 2 hits to centre field, 1 to left field from his 3 at-bats.
Here we go.
And there's one through the kitchen sink. He's challenging him, isn't he?
He is indeed. And that's what you want. He said, just give me the ball. Let's get out of this inning.
Morrison, he's up for it though. Can he go 4 from 4 on the day? Oh, good pitch. Good pitch by Hita.
Yeah.
Right on the outside edge. And that leaves 2 ducks on the pond for Wellington, but not before. It's Lukey Pearson. Drives one in. It's the go-ahead run in the grand final. Wellington lead 5 runs to 4. Bottom 7 coming up.
Your ideas, your plans, your vision for your dream home. At Golden Homes, we work with you to create a home you'll love living in. With total design flexibility, our exclusive gold standard building system and Zog steel framing proven to withstand magnitude 9 earthquake activity, your new Golden Home will have all the strength, comfort and sophistication you've been dreaming of.
It's a better home you'll own. Golden Homes.
Golden Homes. Call 0800 22 22 36.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to one of the most entertaining grand finals I think I've ever seen here. 2023 edition of the Temperzone Under-17 Boys National Championships, live here from Pukekohe on Whakaata Māori's multi-active YouTube platform. Great to have you along for it. On behalf of Softball New Zealand, I'm Jason Goobies, aka Chopper. Jackie Smith joining me in the booth here. Wellington have just struck the lead again in the top of the 7th inning. 5 runs to 4. Hutt Valley, it's last chance Sunday now for them. Lincoln Foley, Jackson Baldwin and Keenan Easthart for the title of national champion.
Yep, last chance chopper for them. But you know what's really important here is that they don't get too hyped. too carried away, just slow things down. They're going to want to stay in hitting for as long as they possibly can. Wellington's going to want to get them out fast.
And a big swing over the top of a drop ball from Jaden Harris. Jaden has gone the distance here for Wellington, not just today in this match, but the majority of the tournament for the Wellingtonians. A real iron horse out of the Island Bay Club in Wellington. And this one fouls back. He's got a good action though, hasn't he, Jack? You can see it's economical in his delivery.
Yeah,
he's not jumping all over the show. He's able to deliver the ball consistently.
Yes, absolutely. Not overdoing and too much, using too much energy, which is probably why he's been able to go the distance, right? And also had, oh, there we go.
And he stays consistent. He stays efficient with a drop ball on the outer edge for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th innings. You can see the scoreboard in the distance, 5 runs to 4. 7th innings, Wellington, 1 away now. They'll have to go through Jackson Baldwin, remember, home run hitter in the first innings. He also hit one third base that played at another run. 2 RBIs on the day for Baldwin, the third baseman from Hutt Valley.
I think to your point, Chopper, Harris is just, just keeping things nice and smooth.
This one inside, trying to keep it tight on the hands of Baldwin. 2 balls and no strikes now.
Really, really important for Harris to just hit his spots. Try not to overpitch. And also a bit of trust in his team. That if he hits his location and they actually hit the ball, look, they're going to come up with the fielding. Defensively, they'll be nice and strong. Catch.
Oh, and he's right there, Colin. He's right there to vacuum it up, isn't he?
Yeah. If
Wellington.
there's anyone you want to hit the ball to or them to hit the ball to, I'd be looking that way.
Wellington now 1 out away from a national championship. Jaden Harris, he's put his hand up real high here for his province. You have to try and go through Keenan Esope. First pitch is in the top of the zone. The whole Wellington team, Jackie, they're up. Look at them, charged. Yep. Charged for the moment.
They're excited. Why not? That's what you want to do.
And swings over the top of the drop ball. 1 strike away now. Harris and Wellington in the moment, in the opportunity, waiting for a national championship. Drop ball outside, they'll wait another pitch.
Wait another pitch.
Keenan Esope.
Hold your breath.
He's got the power to hit it over the fence. Harris, what does he say? Low lifter will go foul. Harris has done that though, Jackie, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's come at batters all the way through this grand final.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job. And I'm really impressed. It looks calm, right? Looks calm and relaxed and focused.
As he leans back. Is this the moment?
Oh,
change of pace.
Go with a change up.
Esope quality at bat here, just when Hutt Valley needed it as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember, it's only 1 run here.
1 run.
That ties this baby up. Harris leans back. Inside out swing. Second base. Oh. Well, we talked about a leveler, Jackie. We talked about the bounces of the ball seem to level themselves out. We've seen Hutt Valley get 2 bad hops.
Yeah.
Now Wellington gets 1. Hutt Valley with a lifeline, a runner at first base.
Yeah, that's right. So it can happen to anyone, right? Made the effort to get across. Unfortunately, it was spinning. Bounced up out of the glove. And then we see Hutt Valley with a runner on.
Oh, I tell you what, the home plate umpire's smiling as well, mate. This game has had a bit of everything.
Yeah, and it's
it
great.
Really has.
Great to see. It's good action also for the umpires. That's what you want if you're getting put on a final as well. You want to make it memorable.
Jaden Heater. He's basically the identical of Wellington's Jaden Harris. Both iron horses on the hill. Now it comes down to just two. Just two.
Look, you know, all you need is a hit over the fence. Or a ground ball. Single
This
or
one down low
deep
and away.
fly. Chopper and they're back in the game.
One the count. One out away. Inside edge just misses. Harris was one strike away from a national championship in the last batter. Can he get back to that point? The ground ball will do it. Low lifter. Ooh.
Nice pitch.
And he liked that one as well.
Yep.
Fouls back to the screen.
Look, it was a nice pitch. Just sat at the top of the strike zone there.
One strike away now again. Harris v Heater. Wellington v Hutt Valley. National championship on the line. This one goes back to the screen. East Hope now in scoring position, Jackie.
And just like that, Hutt Valley have a runner in scoring position. Harris just needs to trust his field.
Full count here, 3-2. Outside set. It's a good pitch and a good spoiling.
And that's out of the zone. Oops, throwing the bat. Not sure he meant to throw it onto the actual field. And there we have, so there's two down. Bottom of the 7th. Hutt Valley have two runners on base. We're going to see a pinch runner come in. Oh, two down. Two down and we'll replace pitcher. Hit up from first. Did his job getting on first. So now we see Mitchell Shields coming in. Harris has got himself a strike. Very tight ball game here. We see in this bottom of the 7th. And we had a hit to shortstop by Shields. Ground ball, hard hit ball into the hole. Colin coming up with a great backhand, but unfortunately just unable to make that throw over to first. Shields beating out that run. And just like that, Hutt Valley see themselves with two down in the bottom of the 7th with loaded bases. And the score is sitting at 5-4. Just taking a moment here. Hutt Valley just taking a moment. And we've got Harris ready on the mound to pitch. Pukekohe. And there's a hit into the hole with two down. And the runner comes home on that hit to right field by Hutt Valley. Pukekohe comes up with a Texas leaguer over second base to right field, and just like that, Hutt Valley take out the win 6-5 at the Temperzone under 17 nationals, boys nationals at Colin Lawrie Ballpark. Congratulations to Hutt Valley. And Hutt Hard luck to Wellington, battling that out all the way to the end. Jaden Harris, fine game on the mound. Tatane Landon Lane, just unable to hold them out right to the end of that game. Finishing up.
Oh, Jackie, what a finish.
It was all happening.
Oh, just like that, someone went over on the cables and the phones had to be reset. But what a grandstand finish from Hutt Valley. They haven't led in this grand final the whole way. As you'll see the scoreboard about to be updated for you, they grabbed 2 in the bottom of the 7th innings to grab a victory at the last moment.
Yeah, and look, that's what it's all about, right? You just keep battling right to the bitter end. And that's what they were able to do with 2 down, right? So they managed to load the bases, and then just that last turn at bat, little off hit really. It was like a little Texas leaguer to right field, and that's all it takes to score those 2 runs. So fantastic battle between Wellington and Hutt Valley. I think both teams can be pretty proud of that final.
Oh, couldn't
Chopper.
they? Wouldn't they?
Yeah,
I mean, we
very
saw some
entertaining.
outstanding softball played in front of us in this grand final, Jackie, didn't we? Right from the get to the go. There were runs scored in the first innings from both teams. Big home run from Baldwin at the bottom of the first innings to tie it up. Then the second innings, Wellington do it again. They grab a run, this time off the bat of Ollie Smith. Hutt Valley, though, they don't stop. You know, loaded bases, they get a walk, they get the tying run there. From the beginning, this game was good.
Yeah, it had everything, and look, great, talented players, and look, I'm looking at them, and they're all, you know, giving each other a hug. Obviously, that Hutt Valley Wellington, they know each other. They're probably all good mates as well. Really good respect for each other for this game, and you know, that's what it's all about. It's never over till it's over.
It's never over till it's over. Jackie, I'm going to come to you for the Ballpark Broadcasting Player of the Grand Finals. You see the 2 teams saluting each other in there. I mean, there was awesome. Of course, do we go with who got the winning hit to win the ball game?
Wow, gosh, that's important, isn't it?
I mean,
that's
so many candidates.
A moment. There's so many candidates, and also though, when you think about for Hutt Valley, you know, and I know you always sort of go back and you talk about the pitches, how important it is for them to actually keep you in the game, right? So that you get those opportunities offensively. But yeah, look, if there was anyone that you wanted to give the moment to, then absolutely hitting in the winning run is there's nothing better than that.
There isn't.
Right? 2 runs.
There isn't indeed.
2 runs.
Hitting
2
it
runs.
2 runs.
2 runs they needed to go ahead.
Trailing by 1 in the last innings. And fantastic. Got to be happy for Wellington as well, though, Jackie. They played outstanding, and in my mind, I know you can't pick an MVP from the opposition team, but Jaden Harris, what an amazing athlete.
Yeah, I think he did a fantastic job from what I could see. You know, just kept his composure. I talked about that throughout the game. And what I'm impressed with at this level too is not only do they have to pitch, but they also have to do the job fielding and hitting. Often we see them DH'd or a DP in the game. So, you know, to see them to be able to do everything is fantastic effort as well.
Fantastic indeed. Well, there you are, ladies and gentlemen. We're all done from Pukekohe, Colin Lawrie Fields, for the 2023 Temperzone Under-17 Boys National Championship. It is Hutt Valley that'll reign supreme for 2023. 6 runs to 5. Kia ora koutou katoa for tuning in to Whakaato Māori's Māori Active platform. On behalf of Softball New Zealand, of course, Ballpark Broadcasting Aotearoa Tor FM. We had Tanisha Hokomo on the camera, Madison Gerby's doing the switching on this one, my friend Jackie Smith and commentary. We're in this one, our complete pleasure to have you here in the home of the Franklin Softball Association. I'm Jason Gerby's AK Chopper. We'll see you all next time. Congratulations again, Hutt Valley.